127.
¿Qué número? ¿Todo? I can do that.
Todo.
Ok, Salmo 127. Si el Señor no edifica la casa, en vano se esfuerzan los albañiles. Si el Señor no cuida
Ciudad.
Si el Señor no cuida la ciudad, en vano hacen guardia los vigilantes, en vano madrugan ustedes y se acuestan muy tarde.
Pausa para que alguien te pueda entender.
Y se acuestan muy
Para.
tarde. ¿Qué?
¿Qué quiere decir la primera parte? Si los albañiles,
Too late. ¿Qué?
si los albañiles, si el Señor no edifica la casa, los albañiles trabajan en vano. ¿Qué quiere decir eso?
They work in vain.
¿Qué quiere decir? Me has
They work
traducido.
for no reason.
Dame un ejemplo. They work for no reason. Y la segunda, si los vigilantes, si el Señor no cuida la casa, la ciudad, los vigilantes,
¿Lo van a cuidar?
¿qué dice ahí?
Si el Señor no cuida la ciudad, en vano hacen guardia los vigilantes.
¿Qué significa eso?
That they're doing it for no reason? But wouldn't it help a little bit? Even if they did just a little bit, wouldn't it help a little bit?
All right. What happened to the Egyptians? They had the best army, let's say, compared to the Hebrews that were slaves. Moses walked with his people. And then the best army, what happened to their chariots?
They broke.
They couldn't follow. They should have been able to follow on horse and
But
catch
wouldn't
up
it
to them.
help a little bit? Even if it's not much, it would help.
One time I was reasoning because I worked as a security guard and one millionaire had a problem with his car.
What was it?
It had been scratched. So he went to the Mercedes-Benz, which they only work by appointments.
Yeah, did you tell me this story?
So he had to make an appointment. Then he told them just touch up the car, and they said,
no, we haven't touched it all.
we don't touch up the car. The point that I started thinking about was that you could buy and have plenty of money.
Are you sure you're not smoking?
Yes.
Mami, ¿por qué huele de cigarros?
¿A dónde?
Aquí.
¿Quién vino hoy? Nadie.
And why does it smell like cigarettes?
So you could have plenty of money, and the biggest problem would not let you sleep, for instance, or little problems.
I wouldn't care if there's a scratch on the car.
Some people, they do care.
Ay, Dios mío.
Why? It's a scratch.
For instance, you saw the movie where the lady was cleaning her teeth,
Yeah, that's your.
and she went too far and she started, she hurt herself. Some people are that, what do you call it? Fanatical?
OCD?
Obsessive compulsive disorder, yes. For instance, they offer you a glass of water, and as soon as you sip it and you put it down, they get up and go wash it. And you're like, I haven't finished drinking it. Continue, please.
En vano madrugan ustedes y se acuestan muy tarde para comer un pan de fatiga, porque Dios conceda el sueño a sus amados. Los hijos son una herencia.
Is there a period after
Amados?
los amados?
Yes.
Please stop for the period. Stop now. Tell me what you read.
We have little bread, little food.
You could stay up late. You could get up early.
But it wouldn't matter.
But God is the one that gives you sleep. You could get up early to go earn a piece of bread or food. Or you could go to sleep late because you were working.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could never sleep? Or you didn't have to sleep?
I read about a man that did that. The doctors examined him and there was something wrong with him that prevented him from sleeping.
That would actually be good, so you wouldn't be wasting your life sleeping. It's like half your life sleeping.
He looked sad.
Like, you could take naps if you wanted to, but you wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to. You would just, if you wanted to.
He worked the night shift, and I believe he also worked sometimes in the. He had lots of work because he would work so many hours. He had a restaurant.
That's good. But you wouldn't waste all your life. You would have like 2 lives if you could live at night and in the mornings. You would have 2 lives instead of 1.
That would seem the case. That would seem to be the case.
It wouldn't be bad. More time.
Today, my friend told me about a measure of health. We all have a measure of health. Please continue to read.
Los hijos son una herencia del Señor. Los frutos del vientre son una recompensa, como flechas en las manos del cuero. ¿Es de cuero?
No sé. ¿Qué es un vientre?
Guerrero.
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 ¿Qué es un vientre?
Like, where you, the uterus?
I believe it's the womb. It could be the uterus, I'm not sure. The point is that children come from inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are the fruit of a man and a woman. And they are important, just like the arrows are important to the soldier. Is that all?
Son los hijos de la juventud. Dichosos los que llenan su aljaba. Aljaba is that?
I don't know. Do you see the dictionary? Help me. It's in the sofa somewhere, daughter.
Later. I'll just ask Mom. You know what a marimacha is?
A woman that is like a man, masculine woman. And she might be a lesbian.
Yeah. You know what a maricón is?
It's a man that, well, there are 2 types. There's the one that's manly, and yet he is attracted to men for sex. And there's the one that is feminine, and he is attracted to men for sex.
Dichosos los que llenan su aljaba con esta clase de flecha. Aljaba, I guess that's the thing that carries the arrows.
I guess.
No serán avergonzados por sus enemigos cuando litiguan.
Litigan? ¿Cómo se?
Litigan.
L-I-T-I-G-U-E-N?
Yes.
Litigan,
Litigan.
I think.
Con ellos en los tribunales. That's it.
This reminded me of a movie where two men were fighting for a well, or about to. They were discussing
A well?
in the desert.
Why aren't you supposed to wells?
They did that at the end. However, before,
What?
no, you gotta find the water though.
You got it from
You
the
could
same
dig
well.
a well, but if there's no water underneath.
You get it from the same well.
So the point was that these two men were about to start a war, and then, you know who the second in command is?
The second chief, in case one chief dies.
So the second in command said to his leader, there are a few more of us than of him, than of his group. So there are a few more. Then the other one said, yes, you have a few more. But who would be left?
Why are they fighting?
In the desert. So they decided to say, the other one convinced them. He said, yes, you are good with numbers. There are a few more of you. But he said, who would be left though? You know what that meant?
Yeah, like nobody would be alive to get the well.
Maybe out of all of us, only 10 of them would be left. He said, so instead of fighting, they made some contract.
Very good.
Ana, ¿qué es al-haba? Al-haba.
No sé.
Where is that small dictionary?
Mama, is it where you carry los flechas?
Las flechas.
Balance, balance, balance.
Thank you for reading, daughter.
Balance, balance, balance.
You can, you will, you must.